Teenage Mutant Ninja Serpents, Teenage Mutant Ninja Serpents, Teenage Mutant Ninja Serpents, heroes in a half scale, serpent power.
I just spit all over myself. Hi, I'm Andre. I'm a black nerd with another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode recap. Turtle Power. Vengeance is Mine is an action-packed episode filled with turtles, Karai, Splinter, Shredder, Shredder's goons. All the gang is here. Baxter Stockman shows up. It is a Ninja Turtle fun fest. Karai is captured by the Shredder and she's all locked up in a cage, but of course she gets herself out eventually because she's Karai. But before she gets out, Tiger Claw shows up, just grabs her by the head like, you ain't going nowhere. Shredder shows up after they've been fighting for a little bit and is like, Karai, girl, I raised you. I'm your daddy, alright? I took care of you. And she's like, you ain't my daddy. You are not my father. My father is Rat. Meanwhile, back in the lair, Leonardo's all like, yo, Turtles, we gotta go get my girl. I mean Splinter's daughter. I don't have a thing for her or anything. But Splinter's like, no, I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want Karai to get hurt. But of course, Leonardo's like, look, I got some lady to get, so we going out, Turtles. So he sends his brothers out on a mission to save Karai. And it was a really cool mission. Leonardo and Raphael got to go inside the lair and fight, and they had those white eyes. I love it when the Turtles have the like white eyes with no pupils. Makes them look all serious, like Batman. Ooh, he's using his Batman voice. And meanwhile, Michelangelo, all by himself, is fighting Razar and Fishface. I gotta give him kudos for that. He stood his ground this episode. That was cool. Did anyone notice there was a slow motion part where Razar and Michelangelo were fighting? He scratched Michelangelo on the arm. One of them, in slow motion, said, Toka! And it's supposed to be like a fighting sound, you know, like, yah, yah. But it sounded like it said, Toka, you know, Razar, Toka, references. They actually save Karai. They get in the Shell Razor. But before Karai gets in that car to go away with the turtles, she looks up in the air and she sees Shredder. Shredder's just looking down at her like, really? That's how you gonna do me? I raised you all this time. You gonna leave with some reptiles? Or amphibians, I can't remember which one they are, but you're gonna do that to me. You're gonna do that to Oroku Sake! We get a whole Michael Bay car chase, Tiger Claw, and Footbots on motorbikes. But of course, Donatello uses all his technology in the Shell Razor to get away from the bad guys and save the day. Smooth Donatello. The Turtles take Karai back to the turtle lair where she is reunited with Splinter, and it feels so good. I almost cried, y'all. I'm serious. Like, that was a touching moment. Karai finally got to hug her true father. And Splinter got to tell Karai the true story about how he was part of the Hamato clan and they were in fights with the Foot clan. Oroku Sake as a child was raised by Hamato Yoshi's father, told that he was not part of the Foot clan, he's part of the Hamato clan. But when he grows up, he finds out the truth and he gets all mad about it and has a whole rivalry with Hamato Yoshi. Hamato Yoshi liking Tang Shin. Whoa! Get off my woman. He's like, nah, that's my woman. And then he's like, all right, then I'm gonna stab you. Accidentally stabs her. And they actually say this in the cartoon that she died. And then Oroku Sake just burns up a house. And I'm taking your daughter. Snatch. So let me get this straight. In this version of Ninja Turtles, Oroku Sake was part of the Foot clan, but he was actually raised as a brother to Hamato Yoshi as part of the Hamato clan. But then finds out later that he was actually part of the Foot clan this entire time and turns against his brother. Where have I heard this story before? Karai wants vengeance, so she's planning on going after Shredder alone. Leonardo's like, you can't go after Shredder by yourself. Let me go with you. And she's like, oh, that's sweet. And she leans in close to him. And I was like, oh, snap. Is she about to kiss Leonardo? She was like all up in his face, had a little smirk on her face, like a little sexy smirk. And I was like, go get it. Get it, Leonardo. Get it. Rock that shell. And then she throws some smoke in his face and he like falls down. Eyes all red. Looked like he been, you know... No, one of them turtles eat so much pizza. Leonardo finally wakes up with his butt in the air, not making that up. The shot was from behind him and he's got his butt all sticking out. So I guess it's not just April. All butts are equal opportunity butts on this show. Karai finally gets up to Shredder, or who she thinks is Shredder, but it's actually Chrome Dome's back. And Shredder comes out from the shadows like, I told you, don't leave me. Now I got you. And I'm gonna use you as part of my plot. Get me back to Stockman. So in an earlier episode, Shredder was talking about making one final mutation, and we finally find out what it is. Baxter Stockman created a mutagen and a mind control substance that is going to allow the turtles to turn into snakes, which of course we know snakes eat rats. Oh. So Shredder kidnaps Karai, has her chained up over the mutagen, hoping that the turtles will come and rescue her, because he know they will, because they goody goods like that. Then when they get there, Shredder would throw them in the mutagen, mutate them into snakes, and then they would then go and eat Splinter. Just like Shredder planned. Kind of a wacky Wile E. Coyote kind of plan, but a plan nonetheless. The Turtles of course show up, Splinter shows up with them, there's an all-out fight. Leonardo tries to rescue Karai, but just before he does, Shredder tries to attack Leonardo. They all get out of the way. Accidentally, Karai's chain is cut, and she falls in the mutagen. She comes out as a snake with snake hands. She's all white. She's a white snake. Here I go again on my own. The building catches on fire. Splinter and the Turtles have to escape, and they're all sad about Karai because she's mutated. But here's something that happened before the mutation. Baxter Stockman was working on the concoction, but he accidentally dropped something into it. Chemical X. But he did drop something into the concoction and was like, no big deal. That might have affected Karai's mutation, because at the end of the episode, she's still all snake Karai, and then all of a sudden, she's human Karai. But she still has snake-like features. She's got like glowing eyes, she still has the teeth and the tongue. So Karai is essentially an anamorph. She can actually turn herself from human form to snake form. It's a new form of mutation. Ninja Turtles Beast Wars. This episode, of course, was amazing. Action-packed, lots of fun. I love it when all the characters are in there. I had a blast watching it. Love this episode. What did you guys think of this episode of Ninja Turtles? Leave a comment below. And if you could morph into any animal that you wanted to, what animal would you want to morph to? What would be your Beast Boy choice? Once again, I gotta thank the peeps at audible.com for sponsoring my channel. They have over 150,000 audiobooks to choose from. And if you go to audible.com/Andre and sign up, you get a free audiobook of your choice. Since we're talking turtles, the audiobook I'm gonna recommend is Superheroes, Cape, Cows, and the Creation of Comic Book Culture. Try saying that 5 times fast. So when you see the movie about these superheroes, you actually know their origins, their X-Men origins. Wolverine. So you can choose that audiobook or any audiobook you want. Audible.com/Andre. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Addy 5000. Chain chomp yomp snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?